All right, here we are. Where are we, actually?
This is the fifth extinction wall behind us. It's just a smattering of the millions of creatures that lived at the time that the asteroid hit. But 75% of what you see behind us were species that were victims of the asteroid strike. 25% are survivors. That's the right ratio. And just behind us is this magnificent 25-foot long crocodile skeleton. And my crew and I dug this up about 100 yards from here in the quarry.
The sixth extinction.
That's right. Sadly, that is happening now. So this area of extinction and hope is called the Anthropocene site, or the sixth extinction site. And it's about what is happening today. And sadly, Tim, this is not good news. So, there's a crisis with the climate that's happening today. It's real and it's severe and it's happening. There's a biodiversity crisis. And, just in terms of not species, but numbers of animals,
look at them all.
We've lost 72% of wildlife on Earth since 1970. 72% of wildlife population.
I don't think people realize this.
No, how's that not on the front page of every newspaper every day?
Nope.
Right? And so, this wall, which is beautiful, features some creatures that are critically endangered or have recently gone extinct at our hand, like the dodo and the passenger pigeon and the great auk, or the marsupial wolf, the Tasmanian tiger over there. And then many are critically endangered, like the northern right whale. There's only about 450 of these left. The California condor up there, there's only about 550 of those left. And so, we're having a great impact on this planet. And the problem with extinction is that it's forever. And so, imagine a creature like this here. This is the fringe-limbed tree frog from the cloud forest of Panama. Its lineage, like all lineages, goes back 3.8 billion years to our microbial forebears. A lineage that survived all 5 mass extinctions, including the one that killed the dinosaurs, but it couldn't survive us. And this is a picture of an individual frog named Tuffy. And Tuffy lived in the Atlanta Botanical Garden until the ripe old frog age of 12 when he died, and he was the last of his species.
And what can people really do to get involved and try to help to stop this?
That's a great question. Everybody can do something. If you own a yard, be a little more gentle with your yard. What we promote here is to rewild a corner of your yard. That means mow it maybe once a year or once every other year. And that provides habitat for birds and insects that the birds eat. If you want more butterflies, if you want more fireflies, right? Leave the leaves in your yard in the fall. You can do good by being lazy.
And so you said behind us and on the screens is stories of 8 people around the world kind of telling you what you can do to help.
That's right. 8 people doing incredible things to push back on the climate crisis and the biodiversity crisis. We've got a polar explorer, a youth poet activist, a good old boy farmer. We've got the sitting prime minister of Bhutan did one of these films for us. And they all implore the visitor to act now.
Right.
And the way you act now, Tim, is you take your Explorer key that you get when you enter the museum, and you come in and you tap into this Act Now kiosk here. And you can bookmark local, national, and global organizations. You can find an event to attend. You can get a reading list and a viewing list, or you can get a list of things that you can do at home, like plant native plants or leave the leaves. You don't have to remember your choices. These all get sent to your own private page when you register with the museum. You get an email reminder that it's there, and you are all set up to make positive change in the world before you walk out the doors of the museum.
Very cool. So here we are at the quarry, and the quarry is a lot of fun because there's so much to do. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah, that's right. This is the 4-acre, 45-foot deep fossil quarry here at the Edelman Fossil Park. And we've been excavating here for almost 20 years. And in that time, we have found over 100,000 fossils representing over 100 extinct species. And what's great about this site scientifically is this is the best window in the world into those last moments of the dinosaurs. Honestly, people have been looking for this layer all around the world, and I myself looked for this layer in North Africa, Patagonia, the Gobi Desert, the foothills of the Himalayas.
And you had to come home.
And I found it, in this pit behind the Lowe's in Mantua Township.
Isn't that crazy though? You had to come home to find it.
And what's even better is above that layer, which obviously we manage and curate very carefully, are layers from just after the last moments of the dinosaurs. And that's where we let the visitors come in and collect. And everybody that comes here who tries a little bit and who's not afraid to get their hands dirty finds a 66 million year old fossil with their own hands, and they get to take it home.
That's pretty cool.
And I've seen over and over, this is just a transformational moment for kids, for grown-ups, when they make that connection between themselves and the ancient past where they live. It really opens up a door, and they're literally seeing something no human has ever seen before. They know a little something that no human has ever known before. We have a word for people who see things first and know things first. They're called explorers, right? And so your kid can come here and become an authentic explorer. They really get the authenticity of that. They just love it.
So we are in, what is this room called?
We are in Discovery Forest.
Right? We're doing a little 360. You got to check out all the cool stuff in here for kids to do, right? There are so many things to do, but once we go around, we're going to back up, because I think that these drawers right here, right?
Yep.
I have this right. You can open them up.
There's lots of drawers to pull out and things to touch. This particular drawer is about evolution and natural selection. Here you see different kinds of hands. Here you see different kinds of wings here, different kinds of skulls up here. And so we have different themes about evolution, natural selection. Why do we have fossils? How do you find a dinosaur? And so each of these stations has lots of things to pull out and touch and learn.
But your fan favorite is this thing.
Yes, which is not working right now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So this thing, it's got an error on it right now, but when you come here, you can, how does this thing work?
Well, this is a lot of fun. It's a ball drop. It's about the probability of one animal becoming a fossil or not. And so most of the balls end up here, but about once or twice a day, a ball ends up in this bin, which is died, got buried, turned into a fossil found by a paleontologist.
So we're in Critter Cove right now. And if we do a little roundabout, you're gonna see all kinds of fun stuff, right?
Yep, we have a monitor lizard here, which is a relative of the giant mosasaur, that giant predator of the world's ocean.
Oh, I can see him. Let's back up in here.
He's named Mo, as in mosasaur.
You can really get a good look at him too. Look at that.
Yeah.
You see that?
Mosasaurs are basically marine Komodo dragons. They're in a family called the varanid lizards, and this is a different kind of varanid lizard.
Right.
Yeah.
And in this thing here is...
We have rats. We
have
have
rats.
6 rats. The rats are us in this scenario. So we have a common ancestor with rats in the Cretaceous period during the time of the dinosaurs.
Here
We're
they
very
are.
closely related to them. That's why people do medical
see these little
experiments
guys.
on rats, because they share a lot of our traits. They're close mammalian relatives.
Apparently rats are fun. What's anything in here?
Yeah, there's a side-necked turtle named Calvin. There she is. She's basking up there. And Calvin just turned 24.
Ah.
And honestly, she doesn't look a day over 23. Calvin used to live at the Adventure Aquarium, and then she came to live with us.
Over here, this is actually even more fun.
Yeah, this is our touch tank. And so if you get way down low and look through, you can see we have horseshoe crabs in here. We have pencil urchins. We have sea stars. There's giant whelks in here. All things that you might find along the New Jersey coast.
And it's cool because kids can come in here and really check this out up close and personal, because you can't do this at the beach.
No, and horseshoe crabs have been doing this for about 500 million years.
Really?
Yeah, they're like living fossils. They've almost not changed. And if you find a horseshoe crab, it just basically tells you you're on Earth.
A living fossil. So here we are at Journey to the World, and I've done this. This is their VR experience, and talk about exactly what we're going to see in here. What they'll see in here.
So it's a really cool VR experience, and it's based on 3D scans of all the dinosaurs that you just saw upstairs. So now you get to meet them in their world. They're 3D, they're fleshed out, you're interacting with them, you're walking amongst them. You go back in time in a spaceship to Cretaceous Earth, and you get these little ray scanners, and you have to collect DNA samples and protein and color
done it.
and biomechanics. And it's really fun. People love it. And then you have to collect all this data, and then you have to get out of there before the asteroid hits.
If your kids love VR, it was a lot of fun. I do it with me, and it was Nick and Kristen, and I think Brandon, whatever. We had a lot of fun.
And it's free roaming, and you can do it with a group of people, and you see each other.
You do.
Except you will look like you're in spacesuits.
It was hysterical. We had a lot of fun. If you haven't been to this place, this is like the piece de resistance, in my opinion.
All right, now you want to see the real thing?
We're going to see the real thing.
You want to see the real fossils?
I do want to see
Are
the
you
real
sure?
fossils. I'm sure.
All right.
I'm totally sure.
Let's go in. So this is collections and conservation. This is where we keep the actual fossils and some reproductions. Like this, for example, is the giant femur of a dinosaur that I discovered in Patagonia, which I named Dreadnoughtus. I sent the original fossils back to Argentina. I excavated 16 tons of bones, 145 bones, and all fleshed out in life. Dreadnoughtus would have weighed 65 tons, that's the mass of about 13 African elephants, or 9 T-Rex, or about 10 tons heavier than a Boeing 737.
There's a picture of you I've seen laying next to this in the ground.
Yeah, that's right.
Pretty cool.
I spent more than a year of my life living in a tent next to this animal.
To dig up that particular bone.
Well, this and 145 other bones.
Yeah.
And then over here, I actually started my career working in Egypt. And this is the humerus, the upper arm bone of a dinosaur that we discovered in the Sahara Desert in the Bahariya Oasis, which is very, very remote. And I named it Paleontologist. At the time, in 2001, Paleontologist was the world's second largest dinosaur. And then here is the skull of a Mosasaurus. And this one is about 4 feet long. In 1960, there was a 6 foot long complete Mosasaur skull found in what is now that pond. It used to be a quarry back there.
Now, what did he eat?
Anything it wanted to.
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
oh, those teeth, like, you know, that was not a plant-eating...
No, they're meat eaters. Yeah, they ate every creature in the ocean, including other Mosasaurs.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of evidence for
No mercy.
cannibalism. No mercy.
No mercy on the Mosasaurus. Wild.
And then here, this is our lab manager here, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
And he's working on a couple of new turtle specimens. So this turtle here, this is the bottom shell, this is the top shell, very big side neck turtle, found in our extinction layer. So this individual literally was a victim of the asteroid strike. Like that actual dude died because an asteroid hit the planet 66 million years ago off the coast of Mexico.
Now, how long does it take to put all this back together? To dig it up and then reconstruct it?
It can take months, and so you see all the tiny little fragments. He is like a master jigsaw puzzle. So he's able to piece all these back together and then glue them back into their form.
Is that how you got your skills? A lot of jigsaw puzzles when you were young?
Yep. So we've been open for about a year now, and what's great about having a museum is that people just bring us stuff. And so these are things that have recently been brought in and donated to the museum, like this dinosaur track here, which is of Jurassic age. You can see the 3 toes here, the 3-toed footprint. If you go back not very long ago, like about 18,000 years ago, there's a continental ice sheet that comes down past New York City. That lowers the level of the ocean. So you could stand on what is now the beach of Atlantic City, and you would still have another 100 miles of land to the east, right? And that's all tundra and boreal forest. There were woolly mammoths there, saber-toothed cats there. So here's a giant molar, right? A molar from a woolly mammoth that was dredged up by a fisherman and brought into the museum. If you've got something that's been sitting in your attic for a long time and you're not sure what to do with it, bring it in. We'll make it part of the collection. All right, Tim, can I show you the elevator?
We got to see the elevator.
So, you know, we're always looking for ways to infuse a little surprise and delight into the experience here. And so this is our 30-second Dino Lounge. And I put together a 5-hour playlist of really kitschy cocktail music that plays when the elevator starts.
If you didn't know,
dancing in here.
If you didn't know, Doc's a drummer. He's a jazz drummer. So of course.
And now it's over. Like it never happened.
Listen, everybody out there, thanks for coming along for the ride with Dr. Lacovara. We really appreciate you doing this for us and with us. And to everyone out there, keep on walking, keep on moving. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time on Walkin and Talkin with Tim.